Yeah, we got a story here. Oh yeah, I can hear fellow cock and splooch because they're gonna go run rampant like, oh my god, she been doing story to your girl. No, you're gonna see why I'm doing this. This is not about a situation. This is about how stupid cops are like that. In the eyes of law, cops cannot handcuff children that are ages 12 and under. They can't arrest them like that. We got negligent cops handcuff a black 10-year-old girl in her pajamas. Yep. 10-year-old girl in her pajamas is handcuffed by the California police, and this is in Sacramento. Keep in mind. Turn up to 11, Juice. Let's roll this.
Pajamas arrested by Sacramento police. Let's put up the picture for a mask. I'm going to give you the background to this insane saga. New body cam footage obtained as part of an audit shows that Sacramento police handcuffed a terrified 10-year-old girl crying in her pajamas, 10 years old. At the time of the incident, the department said that the officer had, and I quote, reasonable and articulable concerns for his safety, which justify the lawful detention of the young child, who obviously is black. The reason why they dropped that line is because that is supposed to be a catch-all for police officers.
Yep.
If their suspicion is reasonable and they can articulate their suspicion, they can do anything for their safety, basically.
Yeah, and they don't care, but they know better. Cops know better that they can't not handcuff a minor child like that. Whether if it's especially a 10-year-old child, a little girl in her pajamas. And the situation, what I heard about it was that she was giving her bedridden grandmother, some comfort like that. So it was her and the grandmother in the house, and the girl was scared of her mind, and the cops, questioned her about turning the lights. Well, fuck, if somebody's pounding your door trying to break it down, you turn the lights off, you're trying to make yourself and you hide, you're trying to make it act like nobody's home. They're like somebody breaking the house, like, well, the lights are out, done, nobody's answered the door, I know nobody's home, so we'll move on. Like that, that little girl, she don't know those fucking cops are fucking creeps. I've done stories where cops are fucking creeps, kidnapping children, arresting them, drugging them up, and even raping little children. Oh yes, I'm talking about cops like in the Harris County Sheriff's Department, drugging little children up in a hotel, sodomizing for their sexual gratification, and throwing them back on the shoulder and taking them back. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. That cop, when he can handcuff her, he kidnapped. That's kidnapping right there, and trying to extort her, tell her like she's a big time criminal, and the poor little girl was scared out of her mind, and the cops are beating down the door like that.
Let's put up picture.
Here it is.
Sacramento City Council meeting Tuesday. All right. During this council meeting, Police Chief Kathy Lester said, and I quote, there is no circumstance where it's okay to handcuff a 10-year-old.
Exactly.
Regardless of race.
Doesn't matter.
The 30-second incident was...
And there's no excuse or circumstance to even to handcuff a minor child like that. No circumstance. And I watched the video where the cop sat there, said, kept saying open the door, when she do it in a timely fashion, he handcuffed her and said, you're under arrest, you're going to jail. Absolutely disgusting.
Played at the meeting about the audit's findings related to improper searches done by Sacramento police. The officers initially went to the home in an effort to conduct a search related to a stolen car and firearms investigation involving a known gang member. Obviously, they believed that the gang member was a 10-year-old black girl in her pajamas. Upon announcing themselves, they saw people inside, but no one would answer the door. They have a right to not answer the door.
Exactly.
Officers saw a person running...
Like I said before, they have a right to not answer the door. Especially you got a corrupt blue line badge and thug beat down your door. Yeah. That's why you get people that bear arms that open carry or concealed carry in their own homes like that. I just saw a couple of months ago about a cop that barged into the wrong house. A father of 4 was armed and had a gun. He had every right to conceal and open carry. He had a license for that. But the cops opened fire and killed the guy because they were feared for their life. It is people's Second Amendment right to open or conceal carry in their own freaking property in a home out there.
through the house, turning off lights, the police account states. That person came to the door and was immediately detained. The officer asked how old they were, realized the person was only 10, and did immediately unhandcuff them. Inspector General Dwight White said the girl has been with her bedridden mother.
Bingo, a bedridden grandmother.
When police arrived. Then, when she finally opened the door, they immediately handcuffed her, he said.
They were rude and marched her to the car.
The girl could be heard telling officers in the video, "I'm a baby." "You're not a baby if you're not listening." An officer responds, "She should not have been handcuffed even for a second."
Exactly.
White said, "If this girl was another race, she likely would not have been handcuffed." End quote.
And it's really disgusting. You got these fucking Sacramento police officers handcuffing a 10-year-old. They're acting like she's a gang member, like she's a thug, rolling around with Crips and Bloods. No, you know who the real fucking thug gang members are? The police, ladies and gentlemen. Their mentality of blue. That's their color. That's their thug gang color. Blue, right there.
So an officer goes to a home. Child in her pajamas answers the door. In his report, he acts as if he's unaware this is a child. Now, I don't believe that, but let's say we did. Benefit of the doubt scenario I present to you. Do you want an investigator who is certified to kill, not knowing the difference between a 10-year-old child and a gang member who's going to try to kill him? Exactly. It doesn't matter what his why is. His ass should not be a cop. Period.
Exactly.
All right.
And the problem I had as well, too, is you get people that call 911 or suspicious people like that on any dumb thing. It's just ridiculous like that. When you are calling to the cops and you're asking for a police officer to come out to see, what are you doing? You are bringing a gun to the scene of the situation out there. A police officer with a gun with lethal, deadly force that can kill somebody in the blink of an eye.
Dan, thoughts?
I just imagine how unskilled you have to be unable to de-escalate a situation with a 10-year-old girl without being without having to resort to handcuffs. I mean, this is America. I guess on the bright side, they didn't resort to weapons. But you have to think about how traumatized that girl is going to be and how effectively that is deprioritized in our system. It's going to take money and time and healthcare to, provide treatment for that traumatizing experience that did need to happen just because of this cop's negligence. So, Absolutely disgusting.
And you see the difference in leadership. The current chief is saying, I don't give a damn what the situation was. You do not handcuff a 10-year-old child.
Because you know why? Because that chief knows exactly what the situation is. And that chief knows better well that you do not handcuff a minor child, period. No matter what the circumstance situation is.
And then you had the initial proclamation come out, another leadership dynamic. He had reasonable, articulable suspicion. It was good. No problem here. He did what he needed to do. Leadership matters. We got to get good people in positions of leadership always.
And I bet you Ben 10-1 bench ones can break it down and say, whoa, they don't know that. They were investigating of a game member stolen car. Yeah, but how, can you seriously sit there and say, there's no difference between a 10-year-old child, a girl in her pajamas, between a fucking grown-ass man that looks like a gangbanger, probably gonna like that? Then you get, the blue line bootlickers are shining boots off at cops and say, oh, no, we should just always back the blue. It's like back the blue until it happens to you. No, fuck that shit. Fuck the blue and fuck the police. And with that said, I'm out here, my job. Peace out.